Hey, what's up, Wayfinders? We're back with some more Minecraft. This is a bonus episode, mostly because I didn't really get done the things I wanted to last episode. Um, First and foremost, my inventory is an absolute mess. I need these two on me. I don't need the gravel. I guess I will put the mechanical belts in there. I need the elevator pulley, the redstone contacts for now. I'll keep the spruce buttons just in case I need some buttons. I believe I have a thing for flint. There you are. Stone. Do I have a chest for stone? Gravel. Gravel can be tossed in here and washed. Oh, that's gonna be so pleasant. That's just amazing. Right there. No, I actually want this because I want to put the brass ingots right there. Let's put the copper ingots away. Although I really need to just toss all this copper into some kind of machine with the zinc. The honest truth is, I don't have any purpose for copper right now that isn't, I'll take the whole dirt. Brass. Especially since I'm really attracted to the look of brass and whatnot. What is this? A mechanical crafter. I don't need you. So let's put you back in your burning box. All right. This is actually incredible. That is just too amazing right there. That's too good. All right, we should have plenty of wood over there to get started. Let's go take a look. Oh wait, that doesn't connect to anything. I didn't even realize I had a couple of bees here. That's actually quite nice. While I'm up here, let's take this axe and get rid of this tree. Just because I wanted to keep the tree, but since, creepers happen, this jetpack is incredible. I'm not gonna lie. I think making it was one of the best decisions I've made. This is going to supply a lot of oak. But I guess then the question becomes... do I want a lot of oak? Is that enough to get rid of it? No, it's not. I see that other piece. Boom. There's still more. Okay, that should be every piece. Alright, the leaves have started going away. I might replace the tree. I might put a spruce tree over here just so that I have a decent amount of spruce wood, because I actually like the darker spruce. I did not glue it all together. So if I stop doing goofy things. Whoops. Do I have birch wood? Let's figure that out. Because I'm thinking I'll make this second one birch wood. I have oak wood. Wait, this is spruce, right? So, oak, since I hate birch, yeah, I think oak would look better. Maybe a birch roof. Maybe. We'll see. And an oak, well, probably an oak roof. Let's keep it simple. Let's not pretend like I know what I'm doing. Should have brought some shears. I have to go back anyway because I have to get the windmill pieces. Because I am going to need some rudimentary power for my little outpost here. I might make this tower a little bit taller. I don't know. This is a very active project. It's changing by the second. Howdy, Emma. I mean, I'm doing as well as can be expected. There we go. And boop. Do I want this to be taller than the... I kind of do. Oh, okay, what are we looking at here? First of all, let's sleep. We don't want any more creeper incidents happening. What if we... extend out this way a little bit. Let's see. So here's what I'm thinking. What if... this part of the... so we're going to make a third part of the building. What if this part's over here? And then... we still roof it in. This is a temporary roof. We roof that in. Okay, before I make a really, really bad move. Let's just do that. Then this will be the next part of the building. And we'll dig out the mountain through here, obviously. And then finally... well, okay, let's get rid of this tree, because this tree is not part of my plans. I can terraform this later. And then this will be the windmill tower. However tall we want to make that. Or do we want to taper it in a little bit? This is probably the most active build I've ever had. Let's not mince words. I usually don't get this involved with my builds. And this is pretty fun. Alright, let's add... Okay, so I don't like how rapid it is. I wonder if stairs would be the answer here. Ow. Do I have any stairs pre-made? That would come in big handy. I've got 2. Heck. Sorry, Emma. Not really interested at the moment. Let's see. Fire protection 4 and mending. I should probably put on breaking, but I'm actually just gonna put those on that. I wonder if, can I put protection on goggles? I wonder. Questions for another time. Questions for another time. Let's grab that. Let's grab the 2 that are in... Not there. There they are. So we've got 10 total. Let's go ahead home and enchant these just real quick. Do I have the cart? I don't have the cart. Was I smart enough to put it in here? Apparently not. Why am I so dumb? Those are both andesite. It's not in there. There you are. And we'll top that off at a stack. Actually, let's take you and get the process started with you. And then we up, we up, we up. And we away. I know I could move my train, but with Snow's train on the tracks, there's no real way for me to turn it around, and even here, there's no way for me to turn it around. Plus, I am thinking a pretty radical rebuild of that train. We will see. We will see. But with some coal, the train could be a lot stronger. A lot faster. Maybe faster even than Elytra. Because I don't think these handrails go that fast. They're just real convenient because I can pick it up and store it in my inventory. Alright. So the plan is upgrade my chest plate. Not right now, Emma. I'm not interested. And then we're going to check on the goggles to see if I can upgrade those and get a little bit more defense out of it, because I am losing some armor pieces. Even though it's not much, I am losing some armor because it's goggles and not a helmet. And the goggles are really, really handy. I also need to check the lava pump again, because I need to make sure that it actually does work. I didn't really give it a fair shake last time. I just kind of put a hose in, but I didn't connect the hose to anything, so I can't really say for sure if that is a viable test. And it took all day to get here. Right, I gotta get the... the farms. I gotta get the villagers fed over yonder. You got carrots? I got so many carrots. But I got no space for carrots. Alright, do I have a shulker box? Do I have a spare shulker box down here? That would be marvelous. I have 2 blocks of diamond. I have no shulker boxes. I'm going to borrow one of my wife's shulker boxes. Just for a little bit. I probably can use that. That way I can get a butt ton of carrots. What are you buying? Not you. You, sir. Alright, so we're done with carrots. That was faster than I expected. Let's hope that'll be enough potatoes. Alright, that was actually more than enough potatoes, so we can toss the patates back in. And we've only got 32 emeralds. How about the... Whoa! You're not supposed to be here. I don't know why I can't just shift click for that, but I mean, I guess beggars can't be choosers. Please keep 80 of each plant or seed in. That is something I could do with the spares there. No, I'll just probably need 2 stacks. And not even that, if we're being honest. Oh, it wasn't even that. It was 1 stack and not even that. It was less than a stack. And then he's going to trade sticks. So I need this stuff. I gotta remember that whatever I get is gonna half the amount. See, because it looks like a lot. It looks like you're getting a ton of bamboo, but you're actually only getting half of whatever you see. That should be enough for a start. Alright. And we don't have enough of that. I've got so much flint. Is there a skeleton shooting at me? Interesting. And then we'll come down here to the enchantments. And the first thing we're going to check is obviously the goggles. Because I know for a fact that the jetpack can be enchanted. Do I have any spares? I do not. But we need the book. Infinity, Aqua Affinity, Fire Aspect, Riptide Blast, Hellfire Flame, Knockback, Fortune, Projectile, Swift, Sneak, Silk Touch, Efficiency. I'm gonna borrow that Efficiency 5 because this axe was not doing it for me. That's actually a darn good price. So we get Mending, Silk Touch, Efficiency 5, Unbreaking. What do I got? Fire Protection. Aqua Affinity, Frostwalker, Quick Charge, Punch 2, Multi-Shot, Flame, Infinity, Lore, Luck of the Sea. Feather Falling Protection 4, Projectile Protection, Blast Protection, Fire Protection. Price 34, heck me. What's regular protection? 17. Ugh. Ooh, that one's rough. Ooh, that one's a rough sell. So I can't put Mending on them at the very least. Can't put it on the brass checkback. I definitely want Unbreaking. There we go. 14 for Unbreaking. Depth Strider 3 Sweeping Edge 1. Quick Charge, Protection, Fire Aspect. See, there's an expensive protection. I just have to hope for a really cheap fire protection in one of these villagers. I'm not getting lucky. Channeling. That's handy, though. If you want to get, like, mob heads. Sharpness 5. 14 for a Mending. I should have compared prices there. Sweeping Edge. Come on, one of you be cheap. Oh, nope, lore. Mod enchantments, I think. Curse of Binding is not a mod enchantment. I can tell you that much right now. Capacity 3. And these are not villagers. So fire protection, in order to get fire protection 4, I have to spend buku bucks. That is really unfortunate. Maybe I will just protection 4 instead of fire protection. It's so much cheaper. It is so much cheaper, there is no reason not to do it. Alright, mending, unbreaking. There we go. And I still have 11 emeralds left. And it took up almost all my levels. That's pretty satisfying if you ask me. I am going to be a bit of a jerk and steal some of Snow's lava. Ah, you can't take it from the basin. But if she has a bucket kicking around... I thought that was supposed to fill up the filling tank. I missed. That should be full. All right. That is really goofy. But all right. Let's go back home. And test our stairs. That is too nice. That's incredible. I'm not gonna lie. That's just downright incredible. I gotta go back. Because I left my shulker box, well, my wife's shulker box with all my stuff in it back there. This is incredibly frustrating. And I'm just gonna rocket fly over. I'm not wasting my time on this. I can't believe this stuff. I can't believe I'm this dumb. And there we are. Ridiculous. Okay. And I gotta put the books back. Because those aren't my books. So let's take her shulker box and put it back. There we go. I'm really bad about this. I apologize. Now we go back. Now we test with the stairs. And we see what we think. Ugh. I don't know if I looked at somebody, but I definitely got away. Alright. First things first. I might make a little pond in the future. Someplace for the axolotls my wife says she wants to breed for me. But for now, I would like that filled in. Oh, that's so much better. Are you serious with this crap right now? We're just gonna go all the way around. We're gonna see what we think. All right with that. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I need 9 total. So I'm gonna need that, and that should be it. I guess I miscounted. Ay. Whoever you are, ban. Jeez. I might replace this with metal structure. In fact, I'm almost positive I will. What metal structures do we have? That would be cool. That would actually be neat. I actually like that idea. If we make the if we make it out of brick, and it'll break up the wood structure. Yeah, I'm liking this. So we'll make the windmill out of brick, like it's an actual mill. Ow. So we gotta undo all that. But why are you working on this when you said you were working on your base? Because I need the windmill to power the elevator. And I need the elevator to get an idea of how far down I want to go before the first floor hits. Do I still have a bunch of dirt? No. I'm going to have to terraform this mountain a little bit. It's entirely possible I will choose not to have any wood and make the whole thing out of brick. I'm not ruling that out. And I'm saying that after all the work I did on the bottom. Yeah, this is gonna be brick. This is gonna be cool. This is actually kind of exciting. Ugh. Well, at least I know I've got the clay for it. I should have a stash of clay somewhere before I even access that clay. And this should all be cobble. Right? Yeah. No, I don't want to... There we go. Bricks. Bulk blasting it is. Let's say we fix this. Huh? Then I have a barrel will do. Do I have any funnels pre-made? Brass funnel is actually perfect. So here's what we do. Boom. Boom. Put a brass funnel there and... we wait. Do that, and then we reverse it. And then the magic starts. These will be bulk blasted. And when they turn into brick, they should pass right through the funnel. Unfortunate. I know. I'm getting distracted by other projects again. But it actually does kind of bother me that... for whatever reason... Alright, so that cogwheel was actually doing something. Whatever. We'll figure this out another day. Because I know what I'd like to do. From looking at the recipes, there is no quantifiable benefit to trying to process this separate from the bricks. Now, what kind of brick structure do I'm kind of liking the pearl bricks, which is a brick, 9 bricks and limestone. I'm sorry, 8 bricks and limestone. I can count. Dean bricks, Akram, Scorchia. Got it. So it's just mixing bricks with the various things. I am kind of a fan of the white bricks, so we'll turn our bricks into that for now. Can I break you back down into bricks? I'm starting to think not. I also don't know how old bricks are. Bricks. Brick. You cannot turn these bricks into those bricks. Cool! I am a victim of my own making. Well and truly. And I have no one to blame but myself, really. How do I not have any more depots? That confuses me. Alright. I'll take that one. Hi, Snow. Alright. We're not going to try to do anything fancy. I would love to, but we're not going to try. Not right now. You just are damned determined to make my life hard, aren't you? I know glass panes work, but it's a pain. Alright, let's go get that clay. Actually, I'm gonna need a brick. We'll do 4 stacks. So only take bricks. Reverse you. And now we wait. Patiently. Well, the good news is we know it works. So we'll have a lot of stacks. So even if I'm not a fan of the white tower, we'll have options. Because I'm starting to sour on the idea. Because I'm going to have the windmills there, and that's going to be white on white. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm a big fan of the brick design. I don't want the verdant. I don't want it to be green. What is umber? Scoria. Maybe I should do Dean bricks. I might do blue bricks. It's the closest thing to a gray brick. Whoa! Do I have... I probably don't. I've probably broken it all down, honestly. Can we find some azurine, I think it's called, blocks? I'm not seeing any. I haven't been down in this cave in a while. There's some akram. There's some gold at the very least. And I really am just guessing also. Sorry, but tough is hyper valuable to me. Because it is one of the two ways, or I'm sorry, there are three. One of the three ways to obtain zinc. And if I can find a way to craft it, then I can make a zinc farm. Also, since I need the tough anyway, this is a good excuse to hopefully break into a different cave that might have the block I need. I did not anticipate this turning into a whole big thing. But, I mean, here we are. It's a massive vein of tuff, too. Alright. We'll just have to remember that there's tuff down here, because I really got to get to work on that base. So, yay, Akram. There's copper. Nobody cares. Oh, spit. Interesting. I am super excited about figuring out how to make Blackstone using Create. Well, Snow, if you want, I could look up and see if we've got a recipe for it right now. That's one of the most beautiful things about Create. Mud. Yes, I know I could search for it. Polished Blackstone. Blackstone! No, that's not what it's used for. Wait. Hold up. Hold up. Oh my goodness. Snow. I have so much Blackstone for you. Snow, you gotta understand. I can finally get rid of a lot of my cobbled deep slate. Alright? You can haunt Lapis and you have a chance to get Prismarine. That's interesting. Anyway. There's more Akram, but more importantly, zinc. Get rid of all this deep slate. I swear, I feel like I am about to come across a frickin' deep dark city. I don't think I am. And I'm out of torches. And I don't have any coal on me. And even if I found some coal ore, it'd be useless because I have my Silk Touch pick and not the Fortune one. Heck me. Well, that was embarrassing. Yeah, I know, snow. Am I gonna have to give up on these blue bricks? Because it's really starting to look like it. Have some of the blue stuff at base. Snow, I might have to. I also probably need to buy some, torches. Yeah. This looks like an Akram area. Well, poo. Ha-ha! 'Twas right under my nose the whole time. I've got so much dirt. Wow, this vein is just shot right through the ground, isn't it? Well, I'll have to go back to town anyway. I've got things to take care of. And then I'll come back and I'll mine the rest of this. Man, 27 blocks is no joke. There we go. So we're going to break down the gold, we're going to break down the zinc, and the zinc... I'm sorry, did I say gold? I meant diamond. Oh wait, no. No, we want the we want to keep the diamond, because you can't get ground diamonds. But the rest of the stuff can... That's what it is. The rest of the stuff can be, ground down and then mixed. Or washed, and you can get more from washing it than you can otherwise. So we're gonna store you here. We're gonna fly out, and we're gonna put away all of our brick and most of our bluestone before we head back. We'll have to get some windmill panes, but after we get the windmill panes, we should be ready to go. We'll see what we think about the blue bricks. How are we doing on fuel? We're doing pretty good. Let's go ahead and sleep. Oh crap! Do I have... Okay, I do have that. Why aren't you burning? Because on top of being down to only a stack and change of golden carrots, I am completely out of torches, so I want to buy some more torches. Why did I put that back in my inventory? And now we glide. Believe it or not, I'm not actually using the F3 screen for the coordinates. I'm using it for that XYZ axis indicator. So I can make sure I'm flying about as level as can be expected. While losing as little speed as possible. Only our daughter would find amusement on Minecraft with a cauldron of water, saying it is a toilet, and using yellow and brown dye to say, oh jeez, to say she peed or pooped in it, and an iron frame on the wall is the button to flush it using a bucket of water to turn the water clear again. Well, There you go. I passed it. It's right there. Oh, I bet there's all kind of resources down there. I thought those were pressure plates. Torches. 1 diamond, 3 stacks. What a steal. I'm gonna buy 6 stacks. And then these are golden carrots, right? No, these are rockets. I don't need rockets. I do need golden carrots. $64 for 5. What do you mean, oh, you bastards? Oh. I mean, don't we always? Oh my. You know what? While I'm here, I barely remember to join Monday. I was hoping that was a regular water wheel. That's actually very exciting. I can actually do stuff in there because I'm powering it. That's wild. I only caught this one by blind luck because I felt like checking Twitch. So I got all the torches. So I can mine my own bluestone. But let's work with the bluestone we've got. I think we've got almost a stack of bluestone. I am in love with this jetpack, by the way. I will find a way to automate fuel cell refills. Wait. I could use some XP. Apparently my shovel is not yet hurt enough to warrant a squirt of XP. Ah! I think somebody used the XP machine. Alright. Now. Yeah, I got almost a stack. 32 blue bricks. Let's see what we think. I think this is going to make a great windmill. I really, really like that color. That is a nice soft blue, too. Whoopsie. Oh yeah. We can rock this. So let's make another stack. So Snow, what did you think about the jetpack? I think I might narrow that tower. But, to do that, I'm going to need more brick. And I know, why are you using the elytra instead of the jetpack? The lateral movement of the elytra is actually faster. Not a bad haul, all things considered. Alright, let's go get some bluestone. Let's go drop off the junk that we have first. Do I like Marvel or DC more? That is a insanely complicated question to ask. Because off the cuff, I would probably find myself saying that I like Marvel more. But I can absolutely name way more DC heroes, which tells me that I've probably put more thought into DC do you like DC or Marvel more? Doesn't really matter which one you like more. I was actually asking because I wanted to ask you a question about DC. But I know we've spoken more about Marvel. I guess Marvel's just... Oh, gosh. As awkward as it is to say, I feel like Marvel's just more relevant anymore especially in the modern climate. With the great Disney machine churning away. My original question was going to be a two-parter. Alright, hit me. One, who do you like more between Dick Grayson, Nightwing, and Jason Todd, Red Hood? What's part two? Two, in a fight, who do you think would win between the said two? Alright, I'm gonna take some liberties with the Jason Todd I choose. Because I know that there are versions of Jason Todd that did not immediately become Red Hood. They trained under Ra's. And so those versions of Jason Todd would have League of Assassins training to offset their mental instability, which I feel would give Dick an easy win. Dick's no slouch in his own right. And I feel like the more rough style of fighting that Red Hood uses... Who's my favorite Robin? I'm really tempted to say Dick Grayson. But I think I like him better as Nightwing. So I'm gonna say that my favorite Robin is probably Tim. I gotta do a debate over this with a friend and cousin. Well, alright. Here's the thing you gotta understand. There is no part of me that believes Todd could ever take Bruce's place. Not even as an ethical point of view, just from a skill point of view. I do not believe Jason has what it takes to match Bruce. But Dick, I could absolutely see just becoming Batman for a time. Skill-wise, I gotta give it to Dick. But I know Jason's willing to go places that Dick Grayson's just not willing to go to. Which is gonna give him an edge. I don't like Jason Todd as Robin. I think Jason Todd really came into his own as Red Hood. I think Damien's a little shithead. At least from what I've seen. Because I've never read the comics that had Damien. I guess I should say I haven't read very many comics at all. But I mean, I've seen like the DC movies. Now I know this may not make sense, but I do include Nightwing when talking about the Robins. But I don't include Red Hood. Well, that's because Red Hood's not comparable, if that makes sense. He doesn't follow the code. So I understand your exclusion of him. Also, my goodness, this vein of bluestone is massive. Yes, sweetheart.
Your dinner's done.
Is my dinner done? Does that make you sad?
No.
What makes you sad? You can't hear what you're saying because you're mumbling through your fake tears. This is why I say, if I consider Red Hood a Robin, he might be my favorite, but since I don't, my favorite goes to Dick Grayson Nightwing. I choose to separate Dick Grayson Nightwing and Dick Grayson Robin, and I'm still going to give it to Tim. I like Tim. I like Tim's weapon over his... I like the staff over the Eskrima sticks. I don't really know anything about Red Robin, but he's... If I understand correctly, he's basically a halfway point between Red Hood and Nightwing. And that does not interest me in the slightest. I think that's a boring idea. All of this is 100% subjective, by the way. I have no proof or reasonings. Also, yes, I commonly say all my homies hate Damian because all my homies do, in fact, hate Damian Wayne. Well, if he wasn't such a little shithead, I wouldn't hate him. And again, I have to specify, I've only seen the movies. But when every other line in the movies is, well, my grandfather this, and my legacy that, and I'm like, kid, shut up. Your legacy is gonna be being the son of the freaking Batman, who beat your grandfather every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Shut the hell up. Carrie was only ever Robin in The Dark Knight Returns, so I'm not really counting her. But that isn't to say she's not worth counting. She is a Robin, and I will say she has earned that title. Especially since she did have to help Bruce against Clark. Again, not a small feat. He's a little bitch who killed my boy Nightwing on accident. Wah wah wah, and then gave himself the moniker Nightwing to honor his fallen brother. In the that was in the Injustice timeline, right? Oh my goodness. I hated his, and again, I am going to go off the Injustice game. I hated his design as Nightwing. My wife finds it just the most sexy thing in the world. I think it's hideous. I hate the red bird. I don't like the red. I didn't like when the comic did the red bird with Dick. I don't like the red bird with Damian. I think the blue and black is iconic. Also, this is a lot of bluestone. Blue and black Nightwing suit forever. Agreed, Snow. Fastest I ever dropped a comic was when I bought the New 52 Nightwing comic, and the first thing I see is him running around in the red and black, and I said, nope! Nope, I'm done with this. Alright, my wife is shouting up that I have to come get my own food because she is feeding baby, which is fair. That sounded like a baby zombie. Bitch! I heard a witch! She sounds incredibly close. I said witch with a W, not with a B. Don't laugh at that, Dottie. You don't get that joke. Yes, Daddy is just silly. You keep telling yourself that. Alright, I'm going to put myself, I guess, in a tomb of bluestone. There, I will be safe. I shall return! strawberries? That's a reference to a Prince song. I almost said a pimp song. Okay, that is not the controller I need. In fact, I don't need a controller at all. I do, however, need to leave. And then we'll grab this. My wife might be displeased. I am actually incredibly pleased. I am incredibly pleased because I don't have to finagle around my machines anymore. That was embarrassing. There you are. All right. So I'm actually going to bring a block of experience with me. Just because there is no reason not to. And it will more than double the amount of time I can spend down there. Where do I put my calcite? There's where I put my normal stone. And I do not need this bucket. Hello. If it comes after me, it's gonna die. Might as well see if I can't find the treasure chests here in this abandoned mine shaft. Looks like it reconnects with the azurine vein. That's good. Oh my! POV, you're one of the people who joined the Batman couldn't get that information out of me trend. And you just heard Batman say, "You're right. I don't need to catch you. You can take it." Before double foot drop kicking Killer Croc off the top of the Empire State. There's where they're coming from. Stupid dog! I did! I heard my daughter shout from upstairs. That's not a dog, that's a spider! I'm not gonna be able to get up there anyway. Just so you know, Snow, I am in the chat. Feel free to hop in. Who's your favorite one of Batman's rogues? That's a good question. I'm tempted to say the Riddler. You know what? No, I know who it is. It's Bane. Bane is my favorite. But like comic book / animated series Bane, not live action movie Bane. I don't think they've ever done live action movie Bane well. And yes, Jonas, that is a big part.
Is it?
Yeah, of course I was gonna say Edward Nygma. Dude, the Riddler is actually a threat to Batman. Also, hi, Snow.
Hi.
It,
I did.
mind-wise.
I was like, why is he saying hi? Oh, you're right.
Like, I know it's a bit of a meme anymore, but, like, the only reason he gets caught is because he can't handle not being known for his victory. He has to stamp his name on this victory. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. That is the
Wait,
only reason he loses.
who gets caught for that reason?
Edward Nygma, the Riddler. My favorites are
Oh.
Bane, Scarecrow, and Deadshot. Scarecrow... I think Scarecrow has better stories than Scarecrow is as a villain. I like Deadshot because I like my villains to be skill-based. I'm sorry, but if your technique of villainy is something anyone can do, it's not impressive.
Oh yeah, you got new house slippers. Duh.
Right, I gotta go back and finish mining
You
up
need
my
help opening the
azurine.
bag.
No, I'm a 32-year-old man. I will fight with this knot till my last breath.
Okay, have fun.
Well, the Joker does shit anyone could do technically.
But the Joker's crazy. And it...
Here's the thing about the Joker being crazy. A lot of people are gonna call this a cope, and I don't really have a defense for it not being a cope. But on top of doing things that are just crazy, the Joker does things nobody else can because he's crazy. And I'm gonna point to Injustice for this. Nobody, but nobody, in their right mind would think to themselves, you know what's a good idea? Killing Superman's wife and unborn child for the giggles.
That's called asking Superman to go berserk and kill your ass.
That's why I didn't say Deathstroke, though, because he's a bit... Oh, because he's not really a Batman villain. Deathstroke is just a DC villain, which is unfortunate. He's got interesting lore, and he, believe it or not, apparently has a healing factor. I think that Deathstroke was very much done dirty by Teen Titans. You heard me.
Wait, Deathstroke was in Teen Titans?
Yes.
Apparently I missed that episode.
No, you didn't. It was almost every episode.
Wait, Slade?
Deathstroke's name is Slade Wilson.
Oh.
Cartoon Network just couldn't have death in their villain's name.
Gotcha. Okay, now I feel less stupid.
But here's the problem. Slade Wilson became Deathstroke out of the military. Meaning, and this is a fact, there would be military records of one Slade Wilson who had served. And Robin would absolutely have access to those records. Whether it's legal access or not, Robin would be able to find them.
Okay, quick question about the Teen Titans Robin.
Yes.
That's actually Dick, isn't it?
That is Dick Grayson.
Okay, that's what I thought, because he becomes Nightwing in a later episode. That's why I was asking.
Hereafter. It's one of the best episodes of Teen Titans.
Right?
And also, when there's so much more evidence, when Raven gets in his head because he's hallucinating Slade, also another one of the best episodes ever, she sees his memory of his parents falling from the high wires. That was Dick Grayson only. And then when Larry shows up from the 11th dimension, I don't know if you remember that episode.
Isn't that the TV guy?
That's the little fat guy with the magic finger.
Magic Finger. Oh, that guy. Okay.
When he shows up, he announces his name, and it flashes behind him, and you can see that it spells Dick Grayson backwards. So, in every way except coming out and saying it, it's Dick Grayson. Same thing with Red X and Jason Todd. They can't call Red X Jason Todd because all the implications that has. And also Jason Todd doesn't really fit in the timeline. But yeah, it's basically Jason.
Didn't they use Red X as a cover-up for Robin in the episode? Like, it was Robin?
Yeah, but then he stole, somebody stole the suit from him.
Ah, okay. I have the entire series. I really need to watch it.
Yes, you do. It's really, really good. Did Jason ever show up at Teen Titans? Red Herd Glaze. Red X is the second Red X is basically assumed to be Jason Todd. He got past everything Robin had to defend the suit, and then went hand to hand against Robin and held his own. It doesn't make sense because Dick Grayson has to be Nightwing before Jason Todd can become Robin and subsequently become Red Hood. But in almost every way, he fills the roles that would be Jason's. Red X lame! You take that back! Red X was a badass! And I don't know who the animation director was for that episode with the second Red X, but come the fuck on! That was beautiful! You know what? I'll say it. I think Red Hood is a little bit try-hard edge. There, I said it. I think Red Hood is a try-hard edgelord.
Alright.
I won't take it back. I stand by it. In fact, I'll double down. I think that in some ways, Red Hood is cringe.
Prepare the drum wars. Or the war drums. Ugh. Hello, sheep that's
Look
been
at the
there since
entire
beginning.
goddamn Bat family. Aside from Babs. I will never forgive Bruce Timm for implying that relationship. Okay, but which Batgirl, though? Because you're gonna want to say Barbara Gordon, but what about Cassandra Cain?
The only one I know of is Barbara.
Cassandra Cain is a mute Batgirl whose only language is violence. She was I think she was a trained killer before Batman found her and rehabilitated her into the second Batgirl. But I don't think she has much of a run. She doesn't have much presence in the comics. Because everybody loves Barbara.
That would explain my problem too. I don't read the comics.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is that Barbara eventually became Oracle. And then became Batgirl again when she got an implant into her spine. Yes, Oracle is after Barbara was shot by the Joker, paralyzed. Boy, we hope not something else. And left to die.
That one.
Unfortunately, Killing Joke also introduced the idea of the romance between Bruce and Barbara. And I am not a fan of that romance.
I'm definitely a Bruce and Wonder Woman all the way.
Wonder Bat, best ship. I said it last time. They would absolutely break up, but for a time, it would be a wonderful relationship. She was just brutalized. Nothing. I'm not a fan of that because Barbara's my wife. Not Batman's. He's green. No, I'm not a fan of it because of the age difference. With Selena Kyle, it makes sense. They're probably right about the same age, but Barbara's a kid, man. That's some abuse of power shit. And also, it being Jim's kid, Okay, but Talia absolutely non-consensually took Batman. I can't date people. My enemies would come for me. One. Relationships in the team always end badly. 2. You're a princess from a society of warrior women. I'm a rich kid with issues. Lots of issues. 3. If my enemies found out that I had somebody that I cared about, anyone I cared about, they would stop at nothing to get to me through them. Crunch! Next. Susan, I know you're never going to hear this, but your Wonder Woman is absolutely phenomenal, and it is my gold standard for what Wonder Woman should be.
Restock the carrots.
And yes, Batman has his share of ladies. He has no shortage. I will not deny that Bruce has got his options. But just not Barbara. Not Barbara. Unfortunately, Barbara can't have Nightwing because he's with Corey. James Gunn, give me a good live-action Barbara, and my life is yours! How about Warner Brothers fucking sign a good director to make a Static Shock movie, you cowards? Snow, I think I'm going to have more Bluestone than you.
Okay.
That was... okay. I mean... less than enthusiastic response, but sure, I'll take it!
I have locations that I know of to get me more. I just haven't got them.
Have you experimented with the various bricks?
Yeah. One of the shops has the crimson brick, and the other one has the blue brick, and then...
What? Really?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me you had a shop for the brick? I wouldn't have been mining all this. I would pay you for it.
Shop? Oh, no, I don't have a shop. I've experimented with them and decorated with them, but I do not have a shop.
Okay. You said a shop with, and I'm like, no!
Yeah, I built a shop with the bricks.
Red Hood's not with Barbara, though. Red Hood is, with Artemis. Who I think might be an Amazon? But either way, is just as violent as he is.
Luna, are you trying to stick your head in the grocery bag?
Yes.
Crazy little dog. Holy shit.
Horse shit!
I almost have 3 stacks of blocked diamonds.
My name's Snow. I do lots of mining. I have so much diamond. I have completely tanked the economy of this server because I have so much diamond.
I buy stuff from everybody.
My name's Snow, and I use my wealth to participate in the economy as little as possible.
Uh-huh. I think I'm the only one who's been buying from a couple people.
No, hey, wait a minute. What about me? I buy tons of stuff. I buy torches, rockets, carrots.
Did you buy copper from Copper?
I have way too much copper to start buying copper.
So do I, but I still buy it from him.
Will Smith as Deadshot, and I would like to have him in a film with Idris Elba's Bloodsport. I would like Will Smith's Deadshot to have a better writer. I want to see what he can do with the character. That doesn't involve him saying, "What are we, some kind of Suicide Squad?" He said he'd be willing to come back so James could do it. I'm down to see that. Let's see what 2 stacks of experience will get me. Put this in offhand. Boom.
Here, little foxy, would you like a berry? Would you like a berry?
No.
The foxes in this game are so freaking cute.
I was trying to scroll to the pickaxe that was in my offhand. He was actually worried when he thought he'd been recast by Idris, but since he found out Idris was someone else, he said he would come back. Imagine my surprise upon learning the voice actor for Deadshot in Justice League was the same guy that did the Flash in Justice League.
Really?
Yep, Michael Rosenbaum.
Oh,
He did the Flash and Deadshot.
nice.
Well, it was a TV show, so they're gonna reuse voices like crazy.
Fair point.
This is one vein of bluestone. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, the blue ones usually have tons upon tons of spawn.
I quit on a tough vein because I thought, you know what? This is just a little excessive.
Oh yay, all my horsies are grown up.
Hey, Snow!
What? What?
I just figured you'd know what I was about to ask.
I have 2 options for you right now that you could pick from. One has the higher health, and the other one with 1 or 2 lower stats. The other one has all the stats but lower health. So, I'm still working on it.
So what, are you just breeding those 2 together?
No, because I end up with even lower health than I did with the other one. It's so stupid.
I'm thinking about getting rid of the horses on water mod.
On this world or on the next one?
On this world,
Ah.
nobody uses horses. Yes, Dagon. I good with actors? In a world where Bloodsport is Idris, Deadshot is Will Smith, who would I cast as Deathstroke? I'm trying to think of who's active right now. You know, I'd like to see a stuntman be, Deathstroke. As weird as that sounds, I would rather see somebody who can be, like, very, very physical with the character. Because no matter what, he's a villain. So, he's gonna get tossed around in the movie. So, I mean, wouldn't it be cool to know that, hey, we actually can toss him around? Because the stunt guy would know how to fall and all that. A chest. But no, I am not exactly the best with names. Which is funny because I heard a very fun game that none of my friends can play. Myself included. Jonas might be able to play it and do very well, but all the rest of us would fail horribly. Wait a minute. Could it be? That whole... all of this was not open. It was Azurine. All of it. And I still have another half of the vein to go. I've come this far. I've got to finish. Don't you snort at me, Snow!
Too late.
Maybe I'll turn around and sell blue bricks. No, I won't. Although... actually... well, that was... wow.
We should not be surprised at the sounds we can hear from my computer at this point.
So you can't make dirt. I've gotten a lot of inspiration to start my DCAU recently because I've been talking about the Robins along with my friend and cousin. I was hoping there would be a way to make dirt, because if you can make dirt, what you can do.
I thought you could use coarse dirt to make dirt.
Can you?
Yeah. You flatten it with the shovel, and then you use the shovel to dig it up, and it turns into dirt.
Okay, well, how do we get coarse dirt?
I think you can use gravel.
And dirt.
Is it dirt?
It is.
I don't know.
It's just a back and forth. Obviously, the idea would be to make a clay farm, but apparently I'm living in a dream world.
This horse has night blindness. Oh, cool. Can be blind just like me.
I feel like I'm so close to finally finishing this whole stinking vein.
Just keep dreaming. Just keep dreaming.
Snow. I have console commands. I had given up my dark ways, but I could see my way back to them.
Uh-huh.
I could teleport you here and you would have no idea how to get home.
I have a map.
You have no idea where you are.
I have a map. Just saying. I can
If
put
that
waypoints.
is of no interest to you, I could always give you a battle you have no hope of winning. Rather an
Do not
anticlimax after what you've just been through.
Do not spawn the wither. That would be terrible.
Just step through the portal and I'll take that as your acceptance.
Okay, I'm at 30 health as an average for horses. Yay!
But yeah, I think in my AU I'm going to have Red Hood, Batgirl. Oh, jeez. Fan fiction!
Fanfictions are the best.
Disagree.
That's fair. You can. I like them.
Shoom.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
What?
Happy day.
What? What?
I have a horse that has 6 amazing stats and actually amazing health. Yay! I just need to breed you again.
What? Is that the perfect horse?
Basically.
Basically, or yes?
It just needed to have a second horse and then it's the perfect horse.
The first perfect horse is yours, Snow.
I know. I had to breed it.
So Snow,
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what was being discussed or why my husband randomly just said fan fiction.
He says he doesn't
But-
like it.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
goodness that she's glitching out and nothing's coming through, because nobody needs to hear this whatsoever.
Where he's supposed to read one
We
of
don't
my
want
fanfictions,
to hear
which
this.
I told him which one to read, and he started reading it and then never finished. He's supposed to watch one of my Asian dramas with me, which we started and we never finished. And he's supposed to watch one of my Asian TV shows, which we started, or which you haven't even started yet. So, and it's been 2 years now. He bitches about me taking forever to read. I read all of Oathbringer and Dawnshard, the audiobook.
You didn't read it.
Before he
Somebody
even
read it
finished the
to
book.
you.
He's currently been reading since before we went to Florida.
Sounds like Goot, you're falling behind there.
Somebody read it to her. She didn't read the books.
Okay, so every book I've read doesn't count because that's how I read.
You don't count. You're blind. Obviously, blind people don't count.
Bradley, if I know what happened in the book, then it was read. Whether I read it directly or not does not matter. The point is, Oathbringer is 1,700 pages. The
Yeah,
book you currently are reading is like 600.
but your fanfiction's so cringe.
Only 100 chapters.
And
like
it's 100 chapters of
and only like 12
cringe!
pages. Oh my god. Get past the cringe. You just gotta get past it.
It's all
so much better.
cringe. There's nothing but cringe.
You wouldn't know. You probably gotten like 3 chapters in.
You're not gonna win this one.
You made a deal with me. You can't go back on it.
I'm not gonna go back on it. I'll finish eventually.
No, you won't. You haven't even finished the book that you are currently reading, Bradley.
I'm getting there.
He will never win this one. Will
I'm not
he?
trying to win.
Oh, laughing hurts. Anywho.
Why does laughing hurt?
Huh?
I said, why does laughing hurt?
Because Aunt Flo's a bitch.
Ah.
Yeah, that can't happen. Why did we both say ah?
Because I understood what she was saying as well.
No, Dottie's asking why we both said ah. She's like, why are you both saying ah? Well, you see, Dottie.
Dottie, you'll find out one day.
Probably around the age of 13.
But
Oh, she's like me. It's probably the age 12.
the sword and please.
Yeah. Yeah.
Usually, you go after you follow in the same footprint as your parent.
Huh. Then I wonder who I followed after, because my mom sure as hell didn't start at 11. That sucked.
I read Wings of Fire in like 2 seconds. Can't believe you. I don't know what Wings of Fire is. Currently, I'm reading The Rise of Endymion, the last
I haven't
book in the
read Wings of
Hyperion
Fire yet, but it's one of the
Cantos.
things I want to read.
I'm really bad. I mostly just read fan fictions.
That's okay. Fan fictions can be good. Notice I say can be, but not like are.
Yeah.
You just have to find the right ones that aren't written like they're written by 13-year-olds.
Right?
And yet, you gave me what you gave me.
It's cringe. It's not written like a 13-year-old wrote it.
Trying to protect baby.
What's cringe is not the story or the way it's written. It's what's happening in the story that you're finding cringe.
It's the story. Well, okay, lack of story thus far. The setup that I don't care about.
You have to get past the setup to read the actual.
Characters that have not been endeared to me.
Okay, starting.
Thus far,
Read
post
it.
setup.
You really think that when I first started reading the Stormlight Archives, that Shallan or Adolin or Dalinar or what's his name?
Wait,
I can't think of his name right now. You think any of them were endeared to me?
okay, first of all, Adolin was endeared to you because he's adorable.
No, that's Radolin. Wait, not Radolin. Why did I just call him Radolin?
Hey,
I'm gonna give you one chance.
Chance at Dottie, I cannot.
Can't not hear that.
Renarin.
Did you look it up?
No. I just focused for a second with your daughter not talking to me while I'm trying to speak.
Stop slowly.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gootline.
That's Mr. Gootline to you. I know, I just wanted to see how that joke felt. It actually felt pretty good.
Anyways.
Snow! Snow!
What?
Are you killing horses again?
I am.
I've done it! I did it!
Yay! He did it.
I do not see anything in my email from the school yet, dear.
Oh, we like being Santa.
Well, they need to hurry up and get a move
Dottie likes
on.
being Charizard.
Charizard is pretty cool.
Charizard wishes he was as cool as Pikachu.
In my opinion, Charizard is cooler than Pikachu, but that's my opinion.
Blue Eyes White Dragon is better than Charizard.
They're pretty cool on both. I like both. I can't pick.
Who's better than Charizard?
Blue Eyes White Dragon, apparently.
You can pick my favorite one, Charizard.
I should pick your favorite one? Okay, I will.
Alright, that was quite literally
Charizard.
Dottie.
1, 2,
That one's
3.
5.
That is 2 shulker boxes. Oh, god damn it. Of Azurine.
Hey, you don't want it. I'll always take it.
You take this.
Ladybug, do not be on my couch. No, get off. You are on top of me again. I literally just told you I needed a break from you being directly on top of me.
Also, by the way, Snow, that idea absolutely worked. Taking the block of experience down. That was a really good idea.
Wait, what?
I took a block of experience down into...
I thought you took a stack of experience.
I took a stack of experience. You're right. I took a stack of experience blocks.
I don't think I gave you that idea. I don't think.
I was just letting you know that it worked because I had mentioned that I was doing it.
Okay. I get distracted.
Why am I hearing the screamings of pigs?
Uh-huh.
I am killing horses. That's why.
Oh, it's the screaming
I
of
was saying,
horses.
I love how the killings of horses sounds like screaming of pigs.
I wonder. I wonder.
Uh-oh, Citrine's in there talking trading cards.
Why?
Our wallet's about to cry.
Oh my god.
Why?
My mom just on Facebook 8 hours ago shared a memory from 5 years ago of my daughter during her one year photo shoot that she did with her.
She ran away. And I wonder
And she was so freaking adorable.
where she will stay.
What happened to her?
My little runaway.
Hey Dottie, come here.
A run away.
Ladybug.
Oh, gosh darn it.
Who is that? No, it's you.
Me.
That's you when you were 1 year old.
Let's go. I just got off and I think I was 2 years old.
No, I promise you that was your 1 year old photo shoot.
We'll see my 2 years one.
We don't have one for your 2 years. Your first birthday picks are the important ones, apparently.
Now I'm 6.
Now that you're 6, you don't matter.
Now I'm 6. I'm not I'm 6.
I think I'm about to feel really, really bad.
No.
Daddy, stop.
Why are you about to feel really, really bad?
Because I'm cooking up all that clay that my wife wanted.
Oh my god.
Better not be spending
I
$1,000
blame my
on
husband.
For what?
Because I got on Facebook to look at something because, like, I got a notification about something. And because you mentioned Blue Eyes White Dragon, I just found a fan art of frickin' Yu-Gi-Oh!
Is it hot?
It's fucking amazing. He's hot as hell.
Which character is the question?
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Which one?
The blonde front one.
Yami Yugi? Pharaoh?
The young kid? Yeah.
No, Yugi is the kid. Pharaoh is the older
I don't
one.
know the fucking difference. I didn't watch the show.
I did, and I do.
I was gonna say a
Send it to
10
Snow,
is
maybe she'll
sexier
know.
than- Okay. I'm
Get
looking.
on my level, Brew.
Eeh, come here, Discord.
No.
I even sent it to you, dear.
Oh yeah, that's a 10. Hot.
Would.
Women.
You can get over
Here.
it.
Look at the pictures and say you wouldn't.
Is it Yami or is it Yugi?
It's yummy.
Okay, then maybe.
Let's start all over again.
Okay, that Yami? Absolutely would.
I'm
See? Told you.
Told you.
10 out of 10.
He's sexy.
dragon.
I don't even know much about that show. What would? Yes, you can use your blankie.
Can you not make a hand crank?
Mommy's starting to overheat because it's now 70
No!
degrees.
No, Dagon, I will not quit! It's who I am. It molds me.
Wait, what?
He said quit being horny.
Wolf says hi.
My husband never understands why I'm horny.
No, you can stop right there. That is accurate to say.
When I'm horny when I speak, but not horny really.
No. You can just stop right there. I just don't understand why you are horny ever. Period. End of story. You being horny does not compute ever. You all right there, Snow?
No, never.
And if she doesn't want me to say that, she can stop making no sense.
Who?
You!
How am I not making sense? When I talk and like say really pervy things, you're like, how do you talk like this, but you're not actually horny at 90% of the time?
I want to smack somebody. I need to smack somebody really hard right now. I'm so irreconcilably mad right now. The rage, it fills me. Why? Because I just created a hand crank because I thought I needed a hand crank. I thought to myself, I said, "Self, you need a hand crank." So I made a hand crank. I then proceeded to attempt to put that hand crank onto the deployer, only to discover this There was a hand crank on the friggin' deployer!
Ha ha ha.
Snowflake.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I feel old. My cousin's daughter is 20.
I felt that yesterday when I saw my cousin turning 20. I was like, I remember when you were born.
To be fair, when she was born, I was 16. But like, I still feel old.
Who are we certifying to do what now? I don't know if I agree to whatever he's talking about.
Wait, what?
I said, I don't know if I agreed to whatever he's talking about.
Who's talking about what?
Citrine's talking about certifying someone.
Certifying how?
I have no idea. That's why I said I don't know if I agree with this.
Snow,
Huh?
what the heck was that and why was it?
Why was what?
Whatever you just did.
I don't know. I'm losing my mind. Is that okay?
No.
Stuff and things. Leave her alone.
No. What do you need?
Who need what? For what?
Do
What?
you need the iron nougat?
Wolf says, hey Snow, I think I fucked up the ice maker by accident. I accidentally broke a block. Snowflake_Wolf says I am on my way to fix it.
GRRRRRRRRRRR.
Oh my god. Fear.
What?
I don't know what Truck Festival is, but I just watched a video where they had a Coldplay cam where you had to pretend like the guy pulled the Coldplay guy.
He's suing Coldplay, by the way.
He was stupid enough to take his affair partner to their concert.
I'm just letting you know. He is suing Coldplay.
Why are we suing
Easy.
Coldplay?
Because some guy couldn't keep it in his pants.
Because some guy who was having an affair and is very important apparently went to a Coldplay concert and they put him on Kiss Cam,
Oh, okay.
and it ended up all over the internet.
Well, that happens a lot.
Maybe
Well.
you shouldn't. I don't know. Have an affair.
Oh, the Coldplay situation, Dagon, is some guy went to a Coldplay concert with the woman he was cheating on his wife with. They got on Kiss Cam and immediately panicked and acted like two people having an affair.
Wasn't she also like one of his employees?
He was the CEO of a company. She was head of HR.
Yeah, if you're stupid enough to go somewhere where you know they do kiss cams and you're cheating, that's just called you're dumb.
How about don't cheat?
That too.
I mean, it's not a hard concept.
But still, to be that dumb, I hope they don't win that case because that's just called they're stupid.
There is no case.
Oh, I thought you said they were trying to sue.
They are trying. There is no case.
Gotcha. Okay.
Poker Wolf says, think I fixed it? Snowflake_Wolf says KK still coming over.
This has got to stop.
What, the chat?
Don't you usually like listening to her voice to talk thingy or speech to talk?
I'll speech your talk.
What did that possibly mean?
You know what it means by how it makes you feel.
Well, I don't feel comfortable,
Good.
and I'm not even involved in the situation.
3 brass sheets. Ting.
Nuna Tuna, you're a spoiled doggy.
I'm choosing to ignore your analogy because it enrages me.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's what you get.
It is what
Like, come
I
on,
get.
man.
And
If
I
you hate your
accept
wife's
my
temperature,
suffering.
man.
I hate that he did that.
Oh my goodness.
Honestly, I don't know how to respond to that aside from saying good for you.
It's so gross.
It's getting dark. It's getting dark.
Guys, let's just headcanon that in that run, it was actually Joker. I it wasn't Bruce, guys.
I keep trying to ask a question, but my mouth is refusing to say the words.
Chicken.
What? I'm a chicken?
Yep.
Octopus.
Do you think
I'm not an octopus.
Joker's...
Don't no. I know what the question is. You can stop.
And your daughter said it. Das, your daughter said it. Say it again, Das.
You pussy.
Wait, what?
That's what she named freaking octopus on top of the microwave. Remember? It's
Oh,
pussy.
the octopus! She said octo! Oh! I thought my daughter just straight up said, you, not octo!
That's how I
Technically, she
heard.
said octa, not octo.
I'm
but-
just saying, I thought I just got absolutely roasted by my
Not
daughter.
the first. I just thought
I
she
don't know
called
how
him
to
the big
engage in this conversation.
To be fair, I said octopus because I was calling him a pussy. But I had my 6-year-old here, so I was trying to be, good about it. But then she was like, octopus, and I was like, there you go.
Oh, why am I lagging?
I mean, at least I didn't get called an octopus, so I'm straight.
Or a Bond girl.
Wait, what?
Oh wait, no, Octopussy was a Bond movie. Who was the Bond girl in that movie?
You know, there's a skin in Fortnite. That's the Joker,
Yeah?
and it's very confusing to me because his face is the bleached white, but then like his wrists are like regular tan white, and then his legs are just black, and it's confusing.
Poker Wolf says
Yeah, that's pretty freaking confusing. What?
Like I'd have to open the game to look at it, but it's confusing to look at.
I think I'm getting a nosebleed just trying to make sense out of it. Like a,
So, baby, just so you know,
yes, dear.
I
Whatever
looked
you
it up
say,
for you.
dear.
Poor Wolf says yeah.
You are correct, dear.
Dear, I looked it up for you, the movie.
What
The
movie?
2 top billed actresses, character names are Octopussy
I knew it!
or Magda.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to the limb and say Octopussy was not the Bond girl in the sense of the one in the relationship with Bond, but she was absolutely the villain girl. Calling it now.
Dude, I'm curious. Have we spoken about your opinion on the live action How to Train Your Dragon?
Snowflake _Wolf says nice. We have a nice amount of nice. Poker Wolf says it's a start LOL.
Why?
Why what?
I have exactly zero interest to see this movie.
I think
To me, it will
think
always be one of the most unambitious mistakes that cinema has ever made.
really the live action How to Train Your Dragon.
Yes. I think the only thing less ambitious than the live action How to Train Your Dragon is The Last of Us Season 1 and 2.
I don't know how to respond to that because I didn't watch The Last of Us, nor do I care to watch it.
All you need to know
But-
is that they followed the plot of the game perfectly.
Well, I mean, yeah, that might be unambitious, but that I guess you didn't say it wasn't gonna be good, but it could still be good.
It could still be good. I absolutely admit it could still be good. The scene I saw was the test drive scene. That's all I wanted to see, because DreamWorks, for the longest time, has really been coasting on the success of How to Train Your Dragon and their ability to depict movement. And I really like the way they do that. It reminds me of like classic Disney. Aladdin and Jasmine on the carpet and all that.
That's
But-
a good point.
When I watched it, it just felt, and it is feelings, my fifis are in this, slow.
Honestly, that's the thing is, my thing with it is I plan on watching it, but I'm in the process of watching the How to Train Your Dragon franchise back over with my sister because she never watched them. So I'm thinking I'm gonna try to push for us watching through all the movies, and then probably after the movies go back and watch the shows, and then watch the live action after if she wants to.
I know nothing about the shows, I'm gonna say that right now.
In my honest opinion, I feel like the shows are like one of the best parts of the entire franchise.
That's actually really encouraging. I wanted the shows to be good.
Because I think my main issue with the shows is that they're really not important because the characters in the shows never come back in the movies.
A lot of people, and I actually want to get your opinion on this. A lot of people dislike the ending of the third movie specifically because they separate. Thoughts?
I think, granted, how long ago did that movie came? I'm childish. I cried in the theaters, but I don't care. I accept that because I understand that it's not what a lot of people wanted, and there are a lot of contradictions, but I think it was a really good ending to the franchise. Because if they didn't make the 9 realms after, we have the stories for all the characters. For Hiccup grows older, he realizes that no matter what, people are still gonna come back for the dragons. So it's in the dragon's best interest to let them go where they're safest instead of always bringing more back and making themselves a bigger target, if I'm describing that well.
No, I agree with you 100%. His logic makes sense. He loves the dragons. They all do. They want to keep the dragons with them, but their presence is causing problems. People are attacking because of the dragons.
It's like the plot. I haven't watched Dragon Ball really, but it's like when Goku stopped coming back to Earth for a while because he knew villains were coming to Earth because he was there.
Yep. I 100% agree. That's a perfect comparison.
Or in Marvel and DC and stuff, when they say the heroes bringing their invites challenge.
When people blame Batman for creating the villains.
Yeah, or how Spider-Man always gets blamed for the villains just being there. It's so personally, I think I really do love the third movie. I it's so hard for me to rank them in terms of best to worst in my opinion
Best or worst,
because
one,
they're
three, two.
hmm, okay, because that kind of in I, s- I do my fair amount of Reddit patrolling when I get bored.
Mm.
And I saw a post about Skull Crusher, which was Stoic's dragon in 2, if you don't remember or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And in so they said that Hiccup's words were that Skull Crusher is going to need someone to look after him, and that's why he gave Skull Crusher to Eric. The person in this post said that that didn't make sense because he could have just let Skull Crusher go free, especially because they did let the dragons go free at the end of the third movie, so there was no reason to keep Skull Crusher. What do you think about that?
I think that's slightly disingenuous because they didn't necessarily let the dragons go free just anywhere. They let them go free literally in a hidden world where the dragon races, all the dragon races, are thriving. And I mean thriving to the point where we see Night Furies in the background, a species that has been reduced to a single member in the upper world. I think letting Skullcrusher go there is more like giving him his autonomy. In
That's also
in the upper
sorry.
world, doing
Continue.
that is like saying, "Hey, Skullcrusher, go away, heck off."
Yeah, it's like those people that just kind of, oh well, I can't take of my exotic pet anymore, and just throw it out into like the swamps or something, like people do with their pet snakes.
Right. So instead of putting the snake in the swamp, in the random swamp, it would be like researching that snake's ideal habitat and then proceeding to put that snake there with the knowledge that you will never bother that snake again.
Yeah, and that's also part of the reason why I like this show so much is in the first season of the third show, we because of how close Race to the Edge and How to Train Your Dragon 2 came out, Race to the Edge is the third show.
Mm-hmm.
They had I think it was Defenders of Berk, then Riders of Berk, then Race to the Edge. Then and so we Skull Crusher, what Stoic had a dragon before Skull Crusher in one of the shows. He had a thunder drum named Thornado. And eventually he ended up releasing this thunder drum because they found some baby thunder drums that all the other dragons were shunning because of how loud they were. And the baby thunder drums were going to either die because they didn't have anyone to take care of them, or the other dragons were going to end up killing them because they were just being obnoxious. And so Stoic released Thornado so that way he could be their guardian. And then later we get a callback to this in Race to the Edge. Gobber goes to the new island that the Dragon Riders are staying at for this show. And he's there because Stoic is kind of like freaking out on Berk. He's not in a good headspace. And we see that he still has the saddle that he used to have for his old dragon. Coincidentally, the riders on their new island are having an issue with some mysterious dragon that's scaring everybody away. So, this dragon is Skull Crusher. He's trying to get them off the island because there's a big old tsunami coming. And Stoic is the first one to realize that this dragon isn't causing problems, it's trying to help. So that's part of why I really like the shows, because with how close, if Race to the Edge wouldn't have shown that, Skull Crusher would have just been there. And it's not really a big deal, but you kind of wonder, wow, where did Stoic just get a dragon from, right?
Yeah, it does. It's nice when they put in the effort. I don't
And
like the short breaks.
It's I don't know. I think the shows do so much for the franchise, to where the point where the Nine Realms could have been a good show if they executed it properly. Because seeing the dragons return back to humanity after thousands of years or whatever, that could have been cool. But I'm not gonna watch the show because the execution, they just did it terribly. Whereas all the other shows showed character development and stuff. The worst part about Race to the Edge was the last 2 seasons, because they decided to try to rope the show in more in line. The last 2 seasons weren't supposed to happen. And they decided to try to make the shows align more with the movies, but it ended up just at making so many plot holes that it didn't make sense. Like in the second movie, you know how Hiccup was like, there are other dragon riders,
Yeah.
and they didn't know about the giant ice breathing dragon.
Let me
They
guess.
meet.
They knew about the dragon riders
Yeah, but-
in the show.
Yeah, throughout Race to the Edge, they meet plenty of other people who ride dragons and defend dragons. And they literally see the Bewilderbeast like 4 times before the show ends.
I'm gonna say it now. I hate the Bewilderbeast.
Really? Why do you not like the Bewilderbeast?
Because its addition minimizes the impact of the movie wants Toothless to be the alpha. The problem with that is the Bewilderbeast wasn't the alpha because it was super strong or something. It was the alpha because it quite literally genetically has mind control powers. That's why it was only up against another Bewilderbeast that had mind control powers. And they just gloss over that and say, oh no, Toothless could totally be alpha without mind control powers because he roars really loud and he beat a Bewilderbeast. Okay. But he doesn't have mind control powers, and at any time, any Bewilderbeast can just show up and be like, nah, I run the show again.
I do kind of agree, but I feel like any dragon would be granted, it would be difficult, but I feel like any dragon would be able to resist that mind control. They just need something to hold on to, which granted most dragons wouldn't have. That's besides the point, though. I definitely agree that I hadn't really thought about it before, but
Make it a different dragon. Make it anything other than a Bewilderbeast, and you're fine.
I think honestly you could keep the Bewilderbeast, but make it more like the Red Death, because the Red Death, people say that it had mind control powers, but I'm pretty sure the dragons were just scared of it.
That's 100% what it was. I agree with you. The Red Death was nothing but a big bully, and they did not want to tango with it.
Honestly, I remember watching the first movie for the first time and being so confused because I thought the Red Death was trapped inside that mountain and couldn't get out. And then it just walked through the wall, and I'm just like, oh, that's nice.
No, he chonky.
But I think if you take away the the Bewilderbeast ability to mind control other dragons, it's still bigger than the Red Death. It's still scarier than the Red Death. Seeing it kill another Bewilderbeast like it did in the movie would have been so... All the other dragons would want to like I can understand the dragons wanting to follow behind it, and it would be even more impactful after Toothless beat it.
I mean, you got to figure
Because
the Bewilderbeast, the Dark Bewilderbeast. Well, I'm just gonna call them the Dark and the Light Bewilderbeast. The Dark Bewilderbeast technically beat the other one better than Toothless beat it, because the Dark Bewilderbeast just basically parried the light one, gored it with its horns, but the light one could still fight to full capacity. Toothless disarmed it. Toothless took away one of its tusks and basically forced it to retreat, but at the same time, it just simply cannot put up the same fight that it could with two horns. And I'm not trying to demean Toothless in any way. I'm just saying there is a definitive difference between you are at full
Killing your
fighting
enemy
capacity
and
and I
disarming the
beat
enemy.
you, and I have cut off one of your arms and I beat you.
well, yeah, it does kind of. It probably wasn't really intentional, but it almost calls back to the first movie when Gobber's like, "No, you shouldn't. Don't cut off the dragon's legs for me. Cut off their wings, because then they can't fly away." It's like a dragon that can't defend itself is a dead dragon, where it's like
A dragon that
It's-
can't fly can't get away. No, that's a good point. I didn't
Yeah.
even think about that.
what was it? A down dragon is a dead dragon or something.
A down dragon is a dead dragon.
Yeah. And so there was also part of something, one of the other plot holes that happens in the show is I'm pretty sure there are 4 Bewilderbeasts throughout the entirety of the How to Train a Dragon franchise because of the shows. Because there's Drago's Bewilderbeast, Valka's Bewilderbeast. Those are the 2 we see in the movie. But then in Race to the Edge, we see a Bewilderbeast egg, and we see a Bewilderbeast in Berserker Island, which is. Well, since you haven't watched the shows, do you know who the Berserkers are?
Not at all.
Okay, so the Berserkers are a group of people that used to be like at war with Berk. And then they like kind of became peaceful after a while. It's whatever. They became Dragon Riders, which is one of the plot holes. Eventually they became Dragon Riders. And they had a Bewilderbeast inside, or like in like the hollow area, like inside their island or something. And that's one of the plot, because that means that either the Bewilderbeast at Berserker Island is Valka's Bewilderbeast or is Drago's Bewilderbeast, which it looks more like Valka's anyways, or the one under Berserker Island is the egg that we see.
No, that just doesn't
But-
make sense time-wise.
And it's like, technically it's those things aren't mutually exclusive, because there was a theory, I may be misremembering, but there was a theory where, because they have the Bewilderbeast egg, I don't remember how they get it, but they have it. Then they give it to somebody, and Hiccup's voice line is something like, "We gave the egg to someone who knows someone who knows someone," and then we see the egg sitting on top of a mountain, and then we see the silhouette of somebody come pick up the egg, and the silhouette is very clearly Valka. So it's either that egg is the same Bewilderbeast at Berserker Island, and the one at Berserker Island is Valka's, or the egg is the one at Berserker Island, but the one at Berserker Island is not Valka's. It's confusing because the final battle takes place at Berserker Island, and the Bewilderbeast calls a whole bunch of dragons that we see throughout the franchise to help.
Yeah, that's I'm sorry, that's just poorly written at that point.
Which is that's why people don't like the last 2 seasons. They were unnecessary and weren't supposed to happen, because every show has plot holes at some point. The last 2 seasons just chalked the show full of them. Because we see Drago in Race to the Edge a little bit, where at that point, he's still trying to get his own Bewilderbeast. He doesn't have one yet, which is there's a dragon hunter named Krogan who had the Bewilderbeast egg. But no, I think. Okay, wait. I remembered. I made a mistake. I'm pretty sure the Bewilderbeast egg that we see is the egg of the one at Berserker Island. I misremembered.
So it can't possibly be Velka. The Velka's
because we see the egg in the same shot as the one at Berserker Island. I remember in the same episode. Wow, I need to rewatch this show. I almost just completely lied to you. But still, like I was saying though, every show has plot holes at some point, but they tried to intertwine the shows too much with the movies, and it bit them back.
My problem with properties like that, and this is why I call it unambitious. This is actually specifically why I call it unambitious. With a property like How to Train Your Dragon, especially with the art design, the possibilities are quite literally endless. On top of having a decently sized children's story series to draw upon and a established art style with any number of potential fresh new takes on what a dragon even is, your choice is to quite literally just remake what's already there.
Well, I think honestly this could just be cope, but I kind of feel like DreamWorks making a How to Train Your Dragon live action was honestly like, I want to imagine that was just them throwing shade at Disney and being like, yeah, we can do it properly. But
I could absolutely see that being their mindset.
And because from what I've heard, it's been good. The casting is questionable, especially because the twins look nothing like each other. But
that is honestly my biggest problem with the movie, is that the twins. There is.
Although
nothing...
I think it's kind of funny because in the movie, if what I heard was true, in the movie they say that their mother still can't, or their parents or whatever still can't tell them apart. And since the twins look nothing like each other, that's just so funny to me. Though I guess in the live action they could be twins, as in they were born at the same time, but they're not identical twins, you know?
I know what you mean.
Which it's still kind of stupid because they were live action, or because they were identicals in the original. And it just reminded me of something that it's a slight tangent that I'm not going to distract us for too long, but in the Nine Realms, one of the characters has a two-headed dragon. And instead of having a second person ride that dragon with her, like her brother in the show, instead, she sits on one of the heads. She doesn't even sit in the middle. She sits on one of the heads. But there's no person on the other one.
This is why I say 132, because as is so often with these things, one is so tightly crafted that it all makes sense. Every dragon perfectly matches their rider.
I saw something in the background. I saw
They
a
couldn't
video
be
that,
identical twins in the animated film because identical twins are always the same gender, so they're always paternal twins.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
anyways.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's a good point, but it's whatever.
My wife can have good points sometimes. Sometimes.
I didn't. Wow.
I'm gonna pay for that.
He's the one in the doghouse, so.
Look, I'm already sleeping downstairs.
I was.
I mean,
gonna
to be
say,
fair, I didn't put him down there. Pushing a baby out of me did.
Yeah, I was gonna say your son did.
Okay, I think so we can still punish him. Have him sleep on the floor instead of on a couch or anything.
The concrete floor, yeah. There you go, baby.
I'm glad I could be of service.
What is this betrayal?
Hey man, you're the one who said it.
I mean, baby, it's 74 degrees in here. The concrete floor is probably gonna be cooler than the couch is.
Look, I
See,
want
I'm
you to
still
take
helping out.
your logic and reason and get out of here, alright? This is no place for that.
So there was, you know those like every once in a while you see a video that like shows you something that you missed in the background of one of your favorite movies?
Yeah?
In the scene where Hiccup, Toothless, and Astrid are with the flock of dragons going to the nest, I never paid attention to it, but you see like they're flying right next to a zippleback. One of the heads of the zippleback looks over, sees Toothless with the humans, then it like taps the other one on the head and gestures over, and then the second head also looks over, and it's like, it's a faint detail, but it's really cool to see.
That's where I say audio description is the best because you don't miss that stuff.
Get out of here, Snow!
All right, Angel, you want to go talk in a girls' chat?
Taking so long just to themselves, they didn't even notice we hadn't been talking, so we might as well.
No, we need Angel to correct us if we say anything else stupid.
Exactly!
Also, just for the record, I've been walking around with Discord open in my hand in my phone, so I've been looking down and seeing you guys aren't talking. I just didn't say anything because I don't really care. Don't say that I'm not paying attention.
Right
on the
now,
other hand,
I am
doesn't
just
even read his own
trying to
wife's fan
finish
fiction.
up like 2 or 3 things. I really hope I am done. Where's that mechanical saw?
But man, I think you don't really like it would be recommended, but you don't need to watch the first 2 shows to understand the third show, and the third show is on Netflix if you wanted to watch it.
I've thought about it, especially with it being on Netflix. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna say it's not something that's crossed my mind.
But one thing that gets is so you know the Whispering Death, we see it in the short films mostly.
Yeah.
It shows up in the first and second show, and it comes back in the third show, kind of. Do you know what the Screaming Death is?
I'm gonna go with no on that one.
It's the Whispering. They say the legend is like once every 100 years, a Whispering Death lays an egg that's larger than all the rest, and it hatches a dragon that's bigger and stronger, and it doesn't have some of the weaknesses that most Whispering Deaths have. Like, so the Screaming Death, it's much bigger from birth. The Whispering Deaths are like green and pale. The Screaming Death is completely white with bright red eyes. The Whispering Deaths don't like sunlight at all. The Whispering Death is the Screaming Death is attracted to light sources. It's stuff like that.
Badass, man.
And it also, for some reason, it doesn't have the rotating teeth that the Whispering Death has. It just chomps its way through mountains regularly. So that's a thing. But
You're just making me hate the live action for its lack of
what, that they didn't do anything original?
Yeah. It's just like these are actually really crazy cool ideas. It's not a hard concept. Be
Yeah, I
creative.
mean, they could have turned some of the comics into films and shows because there are things that show up in the comics that don't show up in the shows. But like the Purple Death, there's a dragon called the Purple Death that's like the size of the island of Berk. Granted, it would probably be scaled down for a movie, but still. It's like it's a massive purple dragon that's not even like it looks like a skull crawler, but it's purple and massive. Or like there's a shot of the shot where we first see Burke in the night with like the glowing statue. 1 second.
This is Bert.
Yeah, in that scene where we see the entire village and like the peak of the mountain where Gofi's hut is or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
In the comics, we see that exact same shot, but the Purple Death is standing over it, and the top of his head reaches up to the top of the mountain of Burke. It is very large.
All right, folks. I have unfortunately reached the end of what time I have.
Just turn the last hour into a How to Train Your Dragon chat session.
But in honor of that How to Train Your Dragon chat session, I will leave all of you with an interesting tidbit of information.
I'm very curious. Go on.
Burke is basically British slang for burp. Is it British or Irish slang? It is slang for burp in that part of the world.
Interesting.
It's just one of the things that just doesn't get across in translation.
Also, before you go, because I wanted to bring this up a little bit ago, but I forgot. I'm actually in a Discord server where we're making our own, like, a real version of the Book of Dragons. We all have to, like, research every dragon and get a whole bunch of facts of them and stuff.
I would be such a terrible match for that server.
Well, to be fair, they did like a role select where you could be like contributor or just viewing to see the process. But I'm just gonna pretend to hijack your stream and say, everybody have a good night, and just completely ignore when you say it if that works. Yeah.
My daughter is complaining upstairs.
Say it again, Daddy.
Only Daddy says that.
Well, now I just want to say it even more to spite the child.
You want to spite a 6-year-old?
Yes, I'm
BB,
petty.
I want to spite the 6-year-old.
No, you want to spike a 6-year-old, dear. Right into the ground.
Yes. Yes, I do. How many are left? This is ridiculous. Oh, I'm out of andesite. Okay. Good.
All right.
Yes. Good.
Yeah, guys, have a good night, and don't follow him. Follow me, cause I'm gonna go.
Oh my goodness! Shots fired. Good night, Dagon.
Night.
Ta-da! That was actually really easy to make all those andesite casings. So,
Was it?
it actually was. I am going to begin the long
On my screen, you're
process.
still smacking the little thingy that spins.
I'm going to begin the long process of relocating. But first, I'm going to do the thing that I was doing in the first place.
Oh, Mario.
Which is boom, boom, boom.
There we go. Much better. All of ours are done.
Yeah.
I made them different because I want them to be different.
Okay.
She made them
She
different
wants them to be
because she
different.
wants them to be different.
Exactly. That is what she said.
That is what said she. I now have 63 encased chain drives and I'm a happy me.
Also, dear,
Yes, sweetheart.
I looked up curtains on Costco's website,
Yeah?
and the cheapest blackout curtains that comes in like a 2 set, so we wouldn't have to buy like 2 different ones.
Yeah?
It's $34.
34?
But it's not $34, but that's not with a pole.
Pole's gonna be like 20 bucks. I'm fine with that.
So altogether, it would be $50 if that's the case, dear.
Yeah, that's incredible. I'm really glad we got this Costco membership. Also, tell Dottie that he said it again.
Dottie, he said it again. Dottie, he said, have a good night
Again?
again. Are you upset?
No, I just want to play the game still.
She's distracted by her Switch.
Well, now I feel bad. There was no point in me even saying it.
I mean, technically, I think DOS is still streaming.
Yeah, but I shouldn't be.
It's true.
So,
Yeah!
there. I have placed the windmill bearing. I am ready
Yeah.
to start construction
What about you,
on
Kyle?
the windmill
Yeah!
I'm gonna bite you.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know my face before I actually bite you.
Wait, no, I have to do this. Public channel.
Again, I want to be
I forgot you can't
zeroer
put pictures in the
you.
public channel. I
But
hate
it's
you
like
people.
0 chance to know it.
Look, I know how the internet can be.
Here, you could always make a literal like meme and photos channel.
Man, I was just sending another picture of my cat, of which I have 4.
Wow, that's more cat.
Apparently, we have 5 now.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, right. Bonus cat. I forgot about bonus
Because
cat.
remember, Dottie has invisible triangle. Triangle apparently had
Chip.
Chip, and there's a 5th one that is Robbie's that we don't know the name of because Robbie's not old enough to name it yet.
So, bonus cat.
Bonus cat.
This cat for now. And we got Hannah and John.
And hi, I'm John, of course.
There we are.
You know what? My cats are better because 2 of them are named after Walking Dead characters because my parents are nerds.
I mean, technically, John is named after Jon Snow from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, and he acts like a bastard, too.
We did not name him.
I haven't gotten to watch Game of Thrones yet. I've only watched House of the Dragon.
I've heard House of the Dragon is very much better.
Don't tell people good night.
I promise you it is. I haven't watched it, but I promise it is.
Say it again.
Oh,
Good night.
have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
And
Go upstairs.
that is going to go for me as well. So, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like the video, have something to say, or just want to spite Dagon.
Wow.
Please follow us on Twitch to see our most up-to-date stuff. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you too can be notified 1 hour after we go live. But again, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see all of you at the next waypoint. please have a good
Have a good night.
night.